Hello and welcome to the new Power BI dashboard tutorial. And in this dashboard, I want to show you how you can create a design like this, which is a sales dashboard, the monthly sales dashboard. And the reason I'm saying this is a monthly dashboard is because you have this monthly selection over here where I have currently selected the April and May, right? And based on that, I'm showing some of the KPIs like the sum of sales, the profit, the sum of quality, average discount, and then down below the sum of sales by subcategory and month. And this is basically showing you the April and May based on my selection, right? And then sum of sales category, the top 10 customer, also the sum of sales by day and month. It's like the month we have selected, April, what is the trend, and then what is the trend for May. So clearly May is exceeding in this case. So whole idea is this, how you can do this type of a comparative analysis. So if you want to, let's say, compare the entire one quarter, April, May, June, which is a financial quarter. Hold on, let me select April, May, and June. So you can do 3 months comparison over here in this chart, and then some of the aggregated charts. And then in these 3 months, what are your top customers? All of this information is available. Now, another thing is that you have the dashboard view, but also you have the details view, which if I click on it, it basically gives us the table for these customers in these months that we have selected, which is helpful in scenarios like you want to give them to users to extract it. And then if you want to go back to the dashboard, you click on the dashboard and you get the dashboard information. Similarly, you can create as many tabs as it is as you want, like dashboard, or maybe this is like a summary dashboard. Then you have maybe by product dashboard, customer analytics, and stuff like that. So this becomes your one-stop shop. The whole thing is it will become bulky once you will keep on adding more and more visualization plus more and more calculation as per the needs of the visualization. But the whole idea is how you can create this, and that is what I will going to show you in this video. But before that, just a quick information about my Power BI tutorial sheet, which is this sheet where I keep all of my Power BI related videos in this live Google Sheet. This sheet link is present in the description, and then you can access all of my 200 plus videos. And the current video I have it, this sales dashboard monthly, which I am adding you the entry right in front of you. So sales dashboard monthly is something when I will publish it, the link will be present here. So whole idea is that you can come to the sheet and search any of my videos very easily. Also, you can keep it as a bookmark. So whenever you need it, you will have this sheet always up to date since it is a live sheet. So the link sheet is present in the description. You can search or filter and then search my videos, jump to the video using the link which is present here. And also I have some exercises related videos that you can access very easily. So with that information, let me go back to the Power BI, and here I am into the Power BI. So the first thing is about the layout. So layout is something you have to decide about the KPIs, the charts, and how will the layout looks like. And in this case, you will see that the layout is quite clean. Clearly, you have some separations between the KPIs. You have the separations clearly called out between the charts and then these charts over here, right? And the whole idea is I show you not just the KPI, but everything about the formatting and all, because that plays an important role. When you roll out the dashboard, it becomes easily consumable. So all the background, the color and stuff like that is something we will going to view it in this video. All right, so what I'll do is I will going to create another page, the page number 3. And in this, we will going to build the visualization step by step. So if you are a complete beginner, I will completely hold your hand for everything that I will do, from designing the visualization to any calculation to any setting. You will see it right in front of you over here. So if you are a beginner, watch with the normal speed I suggest, but if you are an experienced user, then watch it with the at least 1.25x speed, because that will give you the good pace. But where is the data for this dashboard? Well, the data is this Superstore dashboard, and this is present on my Google Drive link, which is also present in the description. And let me show you the data location. So here I am in this dataset folder of which I have given the link, and the file is the Power BI Superstore sales. So this one is a missing with the missing data for one of the previous examples, but still you can go ahead and use it. I have multiple versions of it, so you can actually look into it based on when it was released and all. But for Power BI, mostly I'm using this one as a data set. I think there is another one, if I'm not wrong, but maybe the case that I may have renamed it. So this is the file, go ahead and use this. No issues. You will going to find very similar, absolutely similar values. And with that, let me go back to the Power BI. So here I am in the Power BI. So first thing is the background of this dashboard, right? So for that, before creating any visualization, we need to the canvas background, and over here we can change the background and make sure the transparency is 0. So this is the one of those reasons where even if you change the color, but transparency is 100%, and that's why the color does not appear. I still don't understand why they do this. Ideally it should be 0%, and then we can change it to 50% or whatever we want, but 100% basically indicates no change in color, which becomes quite confusing for beginners. Even it was for me when I initially first started it, but that's what it is. Well, with that, what we need is basically a banner on the right, or sorry, on the left. So what we can do is from the insert, we can go to the shape and select this shape, right? We can do this, drag this down, and from this angle we can change it maybe up till here, right? This should be good enough. And then a little bit down below, so it becomes like a part of this dashboard and not like covering it entirely. Then it's about changing the color. So within the shape, the style and the fill, what I'm choosing is this color, right? This is the color what I am choosing. If you can see it over here, this is what I have, right? So this is the detail section. So this is the first section what I am doing. And then what do we have on this banner is basically these two buttons. So the buttons is also present over here, and I will going to do a blank button, right? And in this blank button, I will just keep it like this so that it is centrally placed. Control C, Control V, one more, right? Up until here, I will select this dashboard, come to the style, enable the text, and within that, I will going to write the dashboard. I'll make it bold. Also, I will have to change the color to something so that it is visible, right? And also I will increase the size to 12, which is good enough. And then over here for this button, which I have selected just now, I'm going to enter details and change the color again to this and make it what, 12, and make it what, bold. So what is this? This is 12 bold. I will also make it 12 just so that I'm consistent and it is clearly visible. So this is the first thing that we have over here about the dashboard. If you will see, this is the first section. Then we have this banner, right? And this particular value. So over here in page, what we will going to add is the text box, and we'll drag this up till here and little bit on the left side so that it will start appearing more like a proper banner. So I'll keep it till this. Yeah, this should be good, I guess. So we will say sales dashboard monthly. I will select that and make it what, 28, make it what, bold, right? Sales dashboard monthly looks good. And then obviously the color you need to keep it consistent so that it's basically reflecting a theme of a dashboard. So if I do that, here is my same information. Then once I have built it, what I need is basically a slicer. So if I go to this Superstore sheet, what I have is the we have basically this order date, and this order date is not coming like a proper hierarchy. So what I did is I created another date, like a date hierarchy proper. So for that, if you are not viewing this like a proper date hierarchy, go to the Superstore, right? Select the order date, and we have this date as the proper date, which is this date. And then what I did is I created one more order date. That's actually nothing but I created the order month, or you can say another order date or order date copy or any field, and then equal to the order date. As soon as I do that, I think I change the format to a short date, which is this, and that is just to bring this particular order month over here. So it basically gives me the hierarchy. For some strange reasons that it does not give this the order hierarchy, so I started picking up this field. So what I'll do is I have this order, right, and if I bring this, and so this is what it gives me. Not a good thing, right? So big. So I will drag it up and yeah, drag till here, and then what I can do is bring it here. Also from this drop down, if you see, I will click on the drop down field. This gives me more space for the selection, correct? So if I bring this up over here, it's not picking up this entire size, so I will have to little bit increase the size of the banner and then bring this in line with the banner that I have it here. Okay, so now I can keep this as part of this, so it will feel like this is a part of this dashboard, the banner, sorry. So we have the order month, right? So if I select this, this is what you get once if you bring the entire field over here, just completely like an order month. So what you need to do is you need to basically first bring the year, right, and then bring the month information. So what it does is it basically create that proper hierarchy that for 2020 you are not getting that for each transaction, you are not getting the date, because that will be very lengthy, but all those transactions, all those dates are now grouped into the month. Okay, and that is what it is going on over here as well. If you see the same thing over here. So just so that you have everything at your disposal if you need to create a dashboard like this. So we have this dashboard now, or we have this view, right? The next thing is creating the KPI. So KPI creation is using this card again, so huge. So I will bring it till here and I will keep it like this, increase little bit. Yep. And we will call it what? Sales, right? So 2.3 million is sum of sales. That's a total when we have selected everything, right? So this is what the sum of sales is. Still, you can change it by going into the formatting. You have the category value 2.3 million, right? So I'm keeping it like as it is. Category label is something which is present here, which is this label, right? That is formatting which you can change. So this is a call out value, the main value, and the 2.3 million is what the actual value is. And then down below you have the effects. Within the effects you can change the background transparency. But what I have enabled is the shadow, right? Within the shadow I am so if I enable this, the shadow that I am choosing is the bottom, right? So if you see over here, this is the shadow that I am choosing. So this looks like a little bit big, right, compared to what I have it. So I will just give it a little bit more size. So this is sum of sales, and only thing is the font color, call out value, I will change it to this, right? And sum of sales, let's change this as well to the same color, so you have it like this. Okay, so Control C, Control V, maybe a couple of times, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. Yep, 4. So we have the 4, right? But we need to align it properly. This is like there is space here so these are not equal spaces. So what you do, select this, hold down the Control key, select this, keep holding down the Control and keep selecting the values, right? So we go to the format, then we go to the align and distribute horizontally, and that way now the spacing is equal in between of that. Even if you want, you can change the size if you think there is a more space, because I believe over here the space is little bit less, right? So if you increase the size, let's say to this much, and you select everyone, there is an option in which this is for the size. No, there is nothing about the size. Distribute, this is only the alignment. So what you can do is, rather than making sure that this is the exact size, my preference is I just choose it at the start and then place it at their respective location and then distribute it horizontally, right? So this much is fine. Select everything, again format, align, distribute horizontally, and this is, I think, good enough. Okay, so we have this. Only thing is, now we need to change it from sum of sales to the profit. Over here, profit. This one is your, I believe, discount. So if I go up, I have the discount. So discount will come. But the only thing is, for discount, we take average and the 15.6. If it is coming not like formatting this one, then make sure that you click on discount and hit the percentage and make it 1 decimal position. That's the setting. Since I already done, that's why it is giving me, but in your case it can give you the raw information like 0.156, and that will be helpful if you do this setting quickly. Also, this is the sum of quantity. So if I bring in the quantity over here and put it over here, this is the quantity that is being sold overall till date based on the date range over here. So hit save button just so that you don't lose it. After that, what you need is basically this clustered column chart over here, and I will probably keep it till here. Bring it down a little bit, bring it up till here. Okay. And my x-axis will going to be the subcategory, right? And my y-axis, let's say, will going to be the sales, okay? And my legend will going to be the month information. Now, this is where, we need to make sure that we have some month selected. So again, I will hold down my control key and choose April and May. If I don't do that, then in that case, the value does not come properly. So I'll just do a quick formatting. So the number formatting is in alignment. So this is April and this is May. And I go into the formatting within the legend, not legend, but the columns, right? Within the columns, I will choose, for April, I'll choose this. For May, I choose this. So now it is better aligned like this one, right? So that is how you can choose it. Okay. And then once you have this information, then another thing what I'm doing is I am not showing the subcategory or that value because it is unnecessary. Those who knows the data clearly knows that this is a subcategory field. So what you can do is select this, come over here in the x-axis, uncheck the title, and it is removed, right? Same way, you come to the y-axis, uncheck the title, and it is removed. So that's how you can very easily, change all of this value, and also move this legend wherever you need, because I think this is where the legend is, and you want it like a top center. You can keep it top center, but for now I'll keep it top left, since that's how I started it. Okay, so I have this information now, so I hit the save button, and then what I will do is I have the I need to take the, let's say, the area chart over here, and I'll bring down a little bit. One more thing, I need to do a little bit of formatting from a perspective of shadow. So from the formatting, I go to the general, in the effects, I enable the shadow, and I choose it only the bottom option, just so that I'm consistent, right? So I have this. Let me bring it down a little bit so that there is a proper space that users can see. And then what I can do is, in this area chart, what I need is basically the information for each day, right? So that is your x-axis, and then I can bring in whatever value I need. So this is the sales, right? And then in the legend, I will bring in the month, because I know I need the April and May information, the 2 months information. So keeping in mind, we want the user to select 2 months information for doing a comparison. If there is a 3 month, you can still do the same settings. Okay, so this can be extensible as per your custom needs. So whole idea is, then we change this to for this chart, we change this basically to the proper labels. So for that, what I have is basically where do I go for this legend here? In this legend, do I get that? No. I am having the y-axis, the legend, the lines. So lines is fine, the colors, yeah. So this is where you need to do a little bit of work. All right, April is here and May is here, right? So it looks like, bit business friendly and not very jazzy and flashy. Ooh, I clicked somewhere. Let me delete that. So this is the third thing, what I have done over there. And then I need to create a donut chart. So this donut chart is based on what? I believe it is based on the segment or the category, the product category. So product category is, let me select this first. So product category is where you have the legend, or I believe the values is the sales, right? And legend is something I can bring it down. So over here we have the legend, we can bottom center, right? And we can remove this title. We don't need the title. So that way, and then for this text, let me just reduce it so it is coming properly, right? So now you have this particular chart. The only thing is the color is not coming perfectly. So I have these slices. So I can keep it more like the colors that I am using it. So that way, it becomes more in line with what colors I am using. So I have this, then I have to do my, first save this, then I have to, I don't know why it keep adding it over here. So I have to add the top 10 customers. So for that, I add the table. In this table, I add the customer name. And then for that customer name, I need to, let's say, enter the sales information over here. So sales is added. The only thing is I need to go into the filters. Let me just hide visualization for a minute. And in the customer name, from basic filtering, I need to choose the top N. And for that, I will choose the top 10. And based on what? So I will add the sales value over here and click on apply filter. And this will give me the top 10 customer information, right? Based on the selection that we have done. Okay, so we have this information over here. So at least the structure is ready, as you can see it over here, right? The next thing is, the only thing is, I think what we have not done is, for this, we have not added the shadow. So I have selected this and I am here in the general, in the effects and the shadow. I enable the shadow, and I will keep it bottom. Same thing for this, because this has to be consistent. Consistency is the key in your dashboard. So all of your, it looks like it is popped out from the main space. And even for this, right, has to be consistent. So general, effects, shadow, and bottom. So over here, it's all done. Perfect. So we have this. We have created this so far. And what do we need is basically the details table, right? So first thing first is we need to create a way by which if we click on dashboard or if we click on detail, the respective information shows. And in details, we will create a data table. So if you remember the data table from here, if I control and click over here, it shows the data table. If I click on dashboard, it shows the dashboard. So in this dashboard, then what do we need to do is we need to first select this entire information because we want to hide this, and then we need to go into the view. We need to enable the selection and bookmark. Okay, so now this is what we have selected. This is the selection, or these are the objects which is part of the selection. What I'll do is I will click on and say group. Okay, so these are the ones which I did it earlier, that you are seeing in the bookmark, because once we have created the bookmark, we need to create these once we have created this group based on the selection, we need to create these bookmarks which will do the show or hide. So right now what we are doing is, let me just click on hide, okay, and add, and call it what? Rename. We need to say show table, because once the dashboard is hidden, then table needs to be shown, right? So show table, or maybe we can say show new table, just so that they are different, right? Show new table. If I uncheck, we click on add, and we rename, and we call it show new dashboard. The only thing is we have not yet created the table, and that is where we need to do a bit of a setting. Okay, so first thing first is, if I need to configure this button, this is the button, I need to enable the action over here, and in this action I need to come over here and say bookmark, and for this I need to show the new dashboard, right? And then if I click on details, I need to enable the action again, and then into the bookmark I need to select the show new table, right? So we have this, so that's where, you know, all of our information will be shown. So if I click on dashboard, control click, come on, show it. Okay, let me hide this first of all. So if I am completely outside and if I click on details, you can see that dashboard is hidden, right? So what I'll do over here is I will create a table like this. This is where, you know, whatever field we want, we can add this. So I will expand it completely up till here. Okay, and then what we can do is we can keep on adding the information, like for example, what is the order ID? Where is that? What is the order ID? The order date, the country region, the customer name, the if you need customer ID, I will just keep it like this. Sum of discount, I will keep it average of discount, because that makes sense. You don't sum it. You have this information. Then I can also add the profit. I can also add the sales. I can also add the segment. I can also add, you know, if they need ship mode, if they need category. Okay, so up to us how many fields we want, and we can basically get this information. Also, you can move up and down if you want all the measures in the end, right? So if I now click on dashboard, you will see that dashboard is visible, but since this table needs to be hidden when I am clicking on the dashboard, right? So if I click on detail, this is what it is. So what we'll do is we will do a quick change in the selection. Okay, so once this is visible, we need to make sure that bookmark is also enabled. Show new dashboard. Okay, and in that case the table need to be hidden, and that should be it. So if I click on detail, if I then click on the dashboard, all right, let me hide this, and then table. Let me just check again. Click this, control click this. Okay, this is giving bit of an error, so we need to just make sure that this is we are doing this and we are clicking and saying update. I think that is the step I missed. So now if I click detail, okay, If I click on dashboard, yes. So make sure once you hide this, you click on update. Otherwise, like you just saw that we will not be able to view the information. So now you can see we have just spent close to 25 minutes on the actual work, and we have this dashboard ready for us. And that is something, again, what I'll do is, even for this, I will go to the format, and in the effects, I will enable the shadow. And in this shadow, I will choose the bottom so that it is consistent. That's the key whenever you create dashboards, consistency. So you have this dashboard in front of you now, where you can do the comparison of 2 months. If there are 3 months, 4 months, make sure you do the color settings prior to that. I have done it for 2 months. You can do it for as many months as you want, right? So make sure at least 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months is more than enough. I don't think people even go more than 3 months when they do a comparison like this. But that's what I wanted to show you. This I felt this is a good looking dashboard. So what I'm doing is, I just noticed that it is not in alignment. So I was making it was in alignment. So that's just what I wanted to show you. I hope you enjoyed creating it from scratch, and I'll meet you in the new video with a new topic. Thank you so much.